What is going on, man?
I was going to sit there and see how long it took you to realize that we were up. I was just going to chill for a minute.
I've got. What is it? I think I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 screens going on, so I'm watching like multiple
screens.
Right now.
4 screens going on at one time. So
it's called multitasking here.
So not only do you keep like 1,000 tabs up, but you also have 4 screens. We really need to talk. I didn't know that you were one of the 4 screen people. You know, I did gaming for a really long time, and I still have 1 screen.
Well, I have 2 big screens, 227 inches, and of course I got my screen on my MacBook. But on one of the 27 inches, I have two different, because I monitor both your chat and my chat at the same time. So separately, so that way, just in case somebody gets missed or something like that. So, you know, I try to watch everything going on. And as you guys haven't noticed, our layout looks a little bit differently than it has in the past, and we're trying to get better here.
Yeah, man, you've been working real good at that. I mean, real hard at that. It looks good.
Then this is something I just threw together. I've got some plans for something, even some new overlays that are going to be even better coming up in the future. So. And you know, we're gonna get there. It's a work in progress, but I've gotten some good help from our buddy over at Discovery Bay Comics.
Yeah, you know, I was on JB's channel today over at Discovery Bay Comics, and he was telling me that, you know, we still haven't come up with a name for our live. Yeah. And I was telling him that, you know, at some point me and you have been talking about doing this whole like channel together so that there's only one chat room and there's only like one like thing to monitor, to make it easy for you more than me, right? Because you do a lot more of this than I do. I mean, let's just be honest. But I don't think we should name it until we decide if we're going to do that or not. I seriously think that we should.
I mean, I think you know, you and I have talked about, of course, doing a whole nother channel, but you know, I think we need to get, you know, I think we felt comfortable doing a whole nother channel when, you know, you're up to speed, you know, maybe even to that you know, first goal point of any YouTuber, of that monetization point, as well as myself, because I think that's going to help bring together a new channel a lot easier if we go that route. But I think that's the ultimate plan to do, you know, for you and I to do our own channel together. But he was harassing me about that the other day, because when he was helping me, you know, learn how to do all this, he, you know, up top where it says live there, he's like, well, what's your channel, what's your show's name? I'm like, we don't have one.
I think we're going to keep it unnamed until we decide if we're going to do a channel or not together.
Or the other thing we can do is over at least the next, and mind you guys, Wayne and I are not fast thinkers on a lot of this stuff. We let a lot of this stuff. I mean, look at it. It took us 2 months before we decided to do a Patreon. So
I'm with you.
We take in all the information and we work with it all, and we kind of make stuff. So yes. In fact, something Bearded Barbarian just said, we are going to be, why don't we open this up to the chat? We want recommendations. Now, we're not going to make a choice today. We're going to write down a lot of these recommendations, and we're going to talk about it in our little talks that we have every week, and go on with that. But yeah, give us some recommendations. And no to the Bearded Barbarian on his most recent comment. No.
No, look,
I will get to that one in a second.
I'm open to anything, and I'm like you just said, I'm not in a hurry to do anything, and I kind of like let things come to me, just like you just said, which is kind of funny. I don't like to get in a hurry or force things. So if we take our time and we do it right, I'm okay with that. If you do it right the first time, then you don't have to do it 7, 8, 9, and 10 times.
Exactly. Also, have you noticed I've changed my camera angle?
Okay, so I did notice that you got a new camera, but see, it's kind of unfair for me to say something because we've talked already once this week. And I don't know if the chat really believes us or not when we say that we talk like outside of like this live. I mean, because what we do. So I've already seen that. It looks really awesome.
Well, but between talking and we actually, we talk at least once a week, but we text each other like,
yeah, I mean, more than once a week. And then we actually like did a whole like little mock live the other day. I mean, so I guess from the outside, you don't really realize how much work we put into just what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into that. So I've already seen that you have the camera, and I think it looks really cool. So I wonder what the chat room, did the chat room notice a difference, guys? Did y'all notice that the camera was a little clearer than maybe normal? I noticed that it was clear, but I didn't really put my finger on it until you said, well, I've been using the camera on my laptop. And then I went, oh, well, now I know what the difference is. And I can see that you changed the angle maybe just a little.
Yeah.
But
I mean, before, this is how I used to have it when I would move my laptop over into this angle. And it was just too much when I set up my desk. It was now in a different angle because I was using the camera on my MacBook before.
This is almost the same angle though you do to record your videos, right? I mean, this is almost that angle. It's not quite. I mean, you would have to move the camera, and I'm gonna say to your left a little, but it's hard
I do
for me
more
to say
front center, this way.
That's exactly what I was thinking, but it's hard for me to say left or right because I just recently discovered that the camera flips everything. Mm-hmm. And look, I know that sounds like odd that I just recently realized that, but I was watching one of my videos and I was like, that's not my right side. What side is that? And I went, oh, like the wheel went to spinning, and I was like, it flipped that image. Yep, does it every time. Every single time.
But anyways, I know we let's get to our first thing real quick. So I want to thank you guys for coming to the show, whatever we decide to eventually call this thing. But I want to thank you to the show, and we always appreciate the time you guys take out on your Friday nights to hang out with us. So let's hit up the chat because I know Fabian was the first one in here. Fabian was on top of it today.
Fabian was on top of it today, but we haven't seen Fabian for a couple of weeks.
I know. Well, he was, I think, on at the end of last week. I think. Well, I'm not sure.
Well, I think he said he's been spending time with his father, which is always a great thing to do, other than being on here watching us. So I mean, I can't be upset with him for spending time with his father. That's always a great thing to do. Hey, Fabian, how are you doing, buddy? It's always good to see you.
And let's go to the next. We've got Dylan Yup Morals. That's actually a pretty cool name, and this is another new person to the show. So welcome. And then we've always got the instigator among all instigators for our chat every single week, as he loves to harass us for every little thing, and we love him for it. We got the bearded barbarian.
You know, I would miss it if he wasn't in here harassing us.
I would agree. I mean, we've got BMX Gamer 1990. What's going on, man? We've got Andy Roberts. Andy, thank you very much for joining with us. We've got the one, the only Lisa Noble. What's going on, Lisa? Thank you for joining the channel. Chase's Kingdom. Hail to the kingdom, as he likes to say.
The kingdom.
I think that's what he says.
I think that's
I can't
what
remember.
I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. Maybe.
And we are going to go back. I'm going to go back in here, and I know some of you guys have already. It just says it right. We says it right there. Hails from the kingdom. I know some people have put comments on what we should name this thing, and we will go back onto some of those in a little bit. But we've got Bees Poppin'. What's going on, man? We've also got Funko Freddy and Company.
Oh, I think that's a new one.
I think he's been on once before. I don't remember.
I don't know.
We do get new ones every single week. It's hard to remember everybody. This is a new one. Collecting with Red. What's going on? Welcome to the show. We've also got, of course, Mrs. Techbot After Dark. And I do have some I got some news with that one a little bit later as far as Techbot After Dark goes. So I'm working with it. And of course, if we have Mrs. Techbot After Dark, we've got Wayne's wife joining us as well. Where else? We got, I know I just saw, we got Jesse Lou Comics. What's up, Jesse Lou? And we got James Evans. James Evans, that's a new one. That's a welcome to the channel. Always appreciate it. We've got Dreadpool 26. And I think I am all caught up. Yes. If I missed anybody, definitely make another comment in the channel if I had missed anybody. So go from there. So what do you got up first?
I think just the normal. Have we gotten any new pops? I've gotten a new pop. I don't even care if everybody knows it. Video will come out next week.
No.
It's a great pop. It's not even a pop.
I
think they do call it a pop.
Well, no. Yeah. Well, yeah. Is it the one you showed me?
No. It's a different one. Just came in today. I got so excited. I
Oh.
had to do the video when it came out today. That's how excited I got.
Let's see.
I'm not going to tell you. I am going to tell you. It's the Biggie album. That album is badass.
Oh, the one you've been waiting on forever.
Badass.
Wait to show it to the video. We know he's got it.
I'm not going to show it.
Wait to show it to the video.
The video will be next Wednesday if anybody wants to go check that out. But I had to. It jumped probably. I've got a bunch of pops I got to do. It jumped a lot of pops, but I couldn't take it. I had to get it out of the box.
Actually, you know, one thing I want to do real fast before we get too far, only because I know this chat will get really, really long. I did want to go to some of these people with some recommendations. We had Fabian said Friday nights with Mr. Techbot and WayneKo.
That's a strong one. I like that one.
We've got Wiener and Wormy.
I don't know about that one. That just doesn't sound like something that I want to do. I mean,
plus there's too many inside jokes with that, and you would have had to watch all the back live streams in order to understand that one.
And then we could end up on like one of those late shows that we probably shouldn't be on because it kind of sounds that way, right?
That might have to wait for Techbot After Dark. Let's see. Was there any other recommendations in here? I know I saw a couple. I think Jesse Lou had one that kind of made me laugh for a second there. Mr. WayneKo.
what's Mr. WayneKo?
I guess it's mixing my start. I don't know. It's a little weird.
Right.
But anyways, let's go. If I see some more throughout the chat, I'll definitely try to highlight them there, guys. If you guys have an idea for a name for this show, we've never really we've talked about it briefly, but never really put a lot of emphasis into it. Let us know. Collecting with Red just can't. And that's very simplistic, very nice and easy. Tech and Wayne.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever really thought about it, or at least I haven't thought about it. I guess I haven't sat down and thought maybe we should name what we were doing.
We talked about it briefly, but like I said, it's never been like a major thought. We've always thought about
but then I guess on the same side, me and you decided at some point that we were going to like branch off. So I guess when we branch off, when we name the channel, that will be the name of the show, right?
I would assume so. Yeah. I said I would assume like whatever we name the show, eventually when we branch off and do a whole new channel together, I would assume that would be the same type of thing.
I wonder what the chat would think about that. What do you think if we're not going to do it now, so don't get excited, and we're not going to do it probably for months. But what would you think if we did another channel with me and Chris, and it's going to be a channel together, so it wouldn't be separate. You guys would just come to one place to watch us live. Tell us what you think over there, Chris. What have you got any new pops you want to talk about? I'm so excited.
I got that new one that I actually got some updates from that too, guys. I dropped that video on Thursday. I was so excited with that video. If you noticed, when I started recording it, I was excited for these Funko Shop pops. I always love getting boxes from Funko Shop. And then when I saw that mark on that box, I was like, I was taken back. I was surprised. And so I had been in contact with Funko, and they just sent me an email today that they're sending me a whole new box.
So
which I'm happy with.
Are they just sending you a box?
They're sending me a new box with a sticker on it.
What?
Yeah, it's just a flat box. It's none of the inserts or anything, which is fine because the inserts and the pop is fine. It's fantastic. I just want a new box.
They can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I've seen them do it for other people.
I'm so pissed off that I haven't complained now. There's a few times that I was like, oh, I'll complain. Then I was like, no, how are they going to send me another one?
Nope, it's a flat box. So, you'll have to put it together, pop it open when it comes in. But yeah, I've seen them do it for other people before. Like when there were some pops on San Diego Comic-Con that came in really bad, and they sent them a whole new box for it.
Oh, I'm super annoyed
which I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I wasn't even asking for a new one, a whole new pop or anything like that, because the pop was good. I just wanted a new box.
I'm super annoyed now that I haven't asked for a new box at least once. I mean, both of my Frank and Freddy's came in with a little damage on the box. I mean, both of them came in with a little damage, and I looked at it and said, "What am I going to do? Ask them to replace it? They're sold out. They can't."
Oh, I took pictures of all the marks, and I sent them in the pictures, and we went from there.
Oh well, it is what it is. You know me. I don't really plan on selling mine, so it'll be okay. I wish I would have known that they would do that, though. I didn't know. I'm glad you said that. That's probably great information for all of us to know that they can send us a new box.
And as far as Fabian with this one, I say we combine the channels. Well, I don't think we're going to combine the channels by any means. We're still going to have our own separate channels. It's just going to be a new channel altogether.
Right.
Combine the Patreons, that may be. I don't know. We'll if we eventually get to that point where we're ready to do a whole one, maybe we'll start a solid Patreon for that channel. Who knows? But we'll figure that out as we go.
Wherever it goes is where it's going. That's how I feel about it. So,
but yeah, that's my most recent. Of course, that Mystique one I found at Target the other day. Man, I love that thing.
I have a serious question for you though.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get an email today from Funko?
No,
I didn't either.
I was looking too.
I didn't either. I've probably refreshed 1,000 times, guys.
Now I got to double check.
Has anybody over there in the chat got the email? I mean, because I haven't heard of anyone who has gotten this email.
Were they supposed to be sending it out today? I've been keeping an eye.
It was supposed to go out today. Yes, that email was supposed to have gone out today, and they were going to do the email for the both slots. So it would have been the first and second slot, and then I'm kind of confused on how it's going to work. I think if you didn't get in the lottery, your next only option is to go pick it up from the stores. I think that's your only other option, which is kind of confusing to me because you've always been able to pick them up on the Funko site.
Yeah, but there's ones that you can only get from the Funko shop that you're gonna get screwed out on.
I know.
So I just double checked my email right now, and I've got absolutely nothing. So
I kind of think that's what everybody has said. I haven't seen anybody yet that said, "Hey, I hit the lottery" or I got it. So I don't really know what to think about that. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Look, my wife didn't get it. She was signed up, so I don't know anybody yet that has gotten one, which is kind of disappointing because I was reading back through it today, just trying to figure out, well, what did that mean, right? Does that mean that after the lottery they're going to open it up for everybody? Because I think I heard rumors that there was only 11,000 slots that they were doing in the lottery, and I mean that is not a lot at all. And then the other side to that is, I actually seen some rumors and heard some rumors that the people with bots had went out and made thousands upon thousands upon thousands of emails so that they were guaranteed to get in the lottery, so that then they could turn their bots on to get the stuff, which is also clearly insane that somebody would have thousands of emails that they would have to check for one email, which I'm sure that there's a bot program somewhere that is checking that for them.
Yeah, but there seems to be something funky with that. I'm not quite sure. It's I don't know.
It seems off to me too, but look, I don't know. There's something weird going on with the whole scenario. But I'm pretty sure that they already picked their winners. I mean, or at least that's how they said they were doing it. I went
I to do some more research on that one. I know I did bring up because this is one of the ones I was wanting. Although I think it was a GameStop item, but they released another one, and we'll get to that. We'll get to the Funko Instagram information later in the day. But they did release some new stuff up there.
Even going to the Instagram, and don't do it right now, but even they've kind of quit putting their news on there. Funko really just upsets me with their lack of follow through. So they came out with the Dumb and Dumber pops, which are not on Instagram, and those to me are some really exciting pops. They have
some really cool details. Did you see the chases?
Yeah.
The chases are fantastic.
And they have the bus. Do you remember the bus, the dog bus? So they have that as a ride. Oh, that thing to me.
And the little mini car. Yeah, that thing's awesome.
I didn't think that I would ever be like a pop ride person until they came out with that Ice Cube and the Impala. And then suddenly I became a pop ride person, So I have the Thundercat.
But I think the dog van is so iconic.
I do too.
And the funny part was it wasn't even in the movie very long. It was in the movie in the very beginning. Well, I guess maybe half the movie it was in there, but it was. I mean, it's so iconic that it's just right there. And the fact that yes, you have of course the iconic pops of I can't. Why am I drawing a blank on their names right now? But they're in their orange and blue tuxedos, but the chases have their hats off, and it's basically the scene of them getting ready to pop the cork and kill the owls, which I thought that I was like, it's not a huge change, but it's enough to really make you go, okay, I remember that scene now.
Yes, and that's where I was about to go with that. Look, I'm going to play Chase Roulette with both of those. I'm not going to lie. I'll go and tell everybody now. I will be playing Chase Roulette with both of those. It's a very iconic part of the movie, and I was going to point out to you if you were going to come in with a weak chase, it kind of is a weak chase until you think about the part of the movie, and then you're like, whoa, you're like, hello,
to a different level.
Yeah, you're like, now it makes sense as to why they made that a chase.
Arian Lloyd collecting with red. Thank you for that information.
Yes,
Arian
so
Lloyd,
I couldn't think I couldn't think of their names neither. That's why I didn't help you out. All I could think about was Jim Carrey, and I knew that's not what you were looking for.
Sorry, I had to throw this up. Pop Teat, nice cut, Mr. T. Yes, I was getting a little shaggy there for a little while. So, yes, thank you for noticing. Actually, my wife does all that. I haven't paid for a haircut in probably 15 years.
I can't say that. I get my haircut. I can't go there. But but where I was going with that is they didn't put that on Instagram. That's not been on Instagram. They didn't throw that as a news, nothing. And that's kind of upsetting because it seems like they abandoned their blog, right? The only thing they post on there is the cons that are coming up, which I'm sure after this one they'll make up 10 more. They'll have like a Halloween con, a Christmas con, a Black Friday con, a Happy Hanukkah con, whatever you can think of. I'm sure they're going to come up with them after this because it's not far that you're going to see us start actually going back to cons, right? I mean, so I'm sure that they're going to go down a whole different rabbit hole coming up here soon. But it's just disappointing that now they abandoned that blog. It almost feels like they kind of didn't take the time to put stuff on Instagram. I know that it's not going on Twitter because Twitter's where they like put random stuff that you don't really understand. So it's, I don't know. Whoever runs like their social media, I mean, really needs to like figure out which one they're going to post stuff on.
Yeah,
and
I would
just
agree.
Stay consistent with it.
Well, because I think the problem is, for a while there, we were all following the blog. And we're like, okay, cool. And then the blog got really bad, and they basically almost abandoned the blog. And then all of a sudden, everyone started following the Instagram. Well, they haven't been up to dating on Instagram. And, so, it's a little bit different. Oh, by the way, I got to thank this man real quick. Just a little side note. Discovery Bay Comics. He is noticing the new overlay, by the way. I wouldn't have known to do it without this man right here. So he is awesome. If you haven't checked out JB. And in fact, we had a special guy that was on with him today. So definitely check out the replay on today's show because he had WayneKo on there. Yeah,
make sure you go check out that replay. JB's just a wealth of knowledge. Just super cool, down-to-earth guy. You should definitely go check him out.
Now, one of the set of pops that I think were kind of cool that wasn't really advertised either is those Fantasia ones. Because there's two. I don't really care about most of them, but there's two Mickeys.
There's that. Yeah, there's those
really,
two.
Really, really cool.
Yes, there is those two. But where are they going?
I don't know.
They have them on their Funko app.
But you can get them on Entertainment Earth too.
Anywhere else?
See that today.
They are on Entertainment Earth.
Ordering them, yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's where you're getting them. But okay, so I've kind of been disappointed with Entertainment Earth lately too. It seems like all of the have you pre-ordered anything from Entertainment Earth?
Yes, in fact, I pre-ordered one, and it just actually got shipped out. I wasn't paying attention. It just got shipped out this week, which was it was at Soda Pop. I think it was a Gene Simmons Soda Pop. Well, I can't remember. It's a Soda Pop. I know that.
So let me tell you what kind of happened with Entertainment Earth. So I was ordering my pre-orders, and they don't take it out of your account until they actually ship it, right? I mean, so I was ordering my pre-orders based on their release date on their site. So if their release date said November, I only ordered 5 for November. If their release date did December, I only ordered 5 for the month of December, based on their release dates. Well, I guess none of those were correct because now they just keep shipping me box after box after box after box after box, even though I should have only had like 4 or 5 this month. I have got a collection of 20 downstairs. And I just think that was wrong. I think that if you were going to say that it was going to release here, then that's where it should have released, even if it was super late, which they normally are when you order from Entertainment Earth, which is okay. Because the thing is, I actually got it, right? I mean, I actually did get it.
Well, then that's the thing is sometimes if you just know you're eventually going to get it, and you know it's eventually going to come, it's kind of nice to know that, hey, okay, that's in the background. I got to worry about that right now, and we can go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, I did make one pre-order on Entertainment Earth again after that, which was a Entertainment Earth exclusive, was the Wolverine, the zombie Wolverine, which is a little frustrating at that because it is the exact zombie Wolverine that I already have.
Yeah.
Except for it glows in the dark.
Yeah.
But because it glows in the dark, I have to have it.
That same thing they did with Mysterio pissed me off so bad. I have both Mysterios. I have one that doesn't glow, one that does glow.
I'm still looking for.
And well, no, I got one of them. I got the glow Mysterio for you. Don't look for that one anymore.
That's right. I still need the regular. I need the regular glow. I need the regular Mysterio still.
Yes, I have that one. I haven't got it in the mail yet, but I haven't gotten in the mail yet because I have like you, JKL, and I have Fabian that I'm all sending out. So I'm trying to get that kind of together before I go to the post office, and I only go to the post office on Mondays. So there's that.
Well, it probably takes you like 2 hours to drive there.
It's not 2 hours, but it's a solid 20 minutes. It's a solid 20 minutes.
Oh, there you go. Pop Teacher said they're finally selling Pokemon Pops in Europe. He's from, I believe, Pop Teacher's from Ireland.
It is so wild to me that you could have your agreements wouldn't be good in another country, right? So if I had a licensing agreement here in the United States, then that license agreement might not be good in Europe or Japan or China or Russia. That just seems so crazy to me. And so I'm glad that they got that straightened out for him.
Exactly. Hey, real quick, and actually I did notice Tori said that that's every glow in the dark pop. I don't think that's every glow in the dark pop.
No.
I think they do that with a lot where it's the same thing, and then they bring out another glow in the dark where it's just the same thing, just different. But I've seen a lot of glow in the darks that are specific to that pop. And especially, I mean, I again, if anybody's ever listening and anyone ever knows Funko, they need to do more black light pops because those are just those are probably some of my ultimate favorite set right now.
Though that is my favorite set. I mean, that's not almost. I mean, that definitely is my favorite set, and I have them almost like a shrine in my studio with the black light and all near them. That is my favorite set of pops, and you're definitely on to something. They should come out with more. And I'm going to tell you that I just pulled out my airbrush for the first time in probably a year. So I've just kind of like started getting back to airbrushing stuff, and I'm going to do a Magneto. And I was honestly thinking about taking some of my pops and turning them into a black light series, and I still might. I might sit down and do it.
Yeah, and if you can be creative with that, I mean, that's I don't have that creative ability to be able to look at a pop and because it's all about color spacing and making it look good. But I absolutely love those, and it's the video is being made. I finally have the wood. I've got it all cut out. I'm gonna paint it up this weekend for that box. I know it seems like forever that I've been talking about that box. It just keeps getting put on.
It happens. It happens. Look, I feel the same way. I think I talk every week on here about my studio and moving into it, and every week it gets kind of pushed back, and it's because maybe I don't have everything that I want to do it with, or maybe I don't have this, or maybe I don't have that. So and we have other stuff going on, right? I mean, so you're trying to squeeze stuff into a busy schedule already.
Exactly. And Pop T, I don't think they've done any other black light pops other than this, but I would love to see them do it and branch out to other genres.
I agree, but I don't think that they've done any more. You don't think that? You don't think they do you?
I don't think they do. I think that Marvel set was the very first one they've done.
I think so
I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the only one they've ever done so far.
I'm pretty sure that's the only one they've done.
Yeah, and Geeky Guy comment, yes. That Spider-Man black light is insane. That's probably I love the Captain America one, but that Spider-Man one, I'm sorry, that is probably the best looking one.
All right, so the two that I think like hold their own in that group is going to be the Captain America and Thor. I don't know what it is about those two, but those two just look badass.
You finally what?
What do you see down there?
Hold on. What's
got your attention?
Missed something here. Well, first of all, JB's funny because JB's bouncing between the two live.
Is he bouncing between the two?
I just saw a thing. There's hello everybody in this chat. So he's bouncing between the two live.
Hello everyone in this chat too.
But Beard Barbarian got me stuck on something. You finally got wood, Chris.
Oh my
Techbot
God.
After Dark. What? What did I miss here? Oh, he's talking about the wood on the black light box. No, he is the instigator among all instigators.
Oh, that is hysterical. Hysterical. He's
It took me a minute. Sorry, it took me a minute to process that.
Speaking of building things, how's the homeschool going?
Luckily my wife's awesome with that. She bears the brunt of most of that. She's very creative too. She always tries to keep the kids' wall up to date. Like she's doing a Halloween theme item right now and stuff like that. So kind of the same thing like teachers do in schools with decorating and stuff. She kind of does it. We've changed her. She does the whole virtual classroom stuff. It's still a challenge, for a lot of things. But like I said, my wife does, handle most of that. And she's definitely a strong trooper for it. I know JB said, I was talking to him the other day, his kids are doing virtual stuff too. And, that's not an easy thing. So for all you parents out there that are, doing virtual school with their kids and stuff like that, more power to you.
Yes, definitely more power to you. And I see that Mrs. Techbot After Dark decided to show up after night. Why did I say after night? I don't know if I've told you, but I have ADD. So one of the problems with having ADD is I tend to look at the first two letters and nothing else. And then I just make up in my head whatever it says. And after night was not what it says.
I do that all the time. I will literally say, apparently, people tell me this all the time. I will literally say something else, but in my head, I said the right thing.
Right. That's clearly what it said.
Came out something completely different. So it happens all the time.
Oh, so I'm glad that. So mine are older. It's super easy to do homeschool. They take care of all of that all on their own. That's super easy. But I'm glad that's going well for you. That's always a concern, right? When you decide to do something new, that it's not going to go well.
Oh yeah, exactly. So it's not a big deal. I mean, like I said, with the older age, she's in first grade, so she's still kind of moving around with stuff, but she's taking it in well. The only challenge part is keeping the 3-year-old, almost 3 years old, occupied at the same time she's doing school. That's the challenge.
Right. Hey, do you want to slip over there and take a little peep at their Instagram, see what they have going on today? I haven't really had a chance to step over there. Have you stepped over there today?
Yeah, I briefly looked at it. I brought it up because I saw one that I really, really want even more now.
Did you pre-order Daredevil from GameStop yet?
The zombie one?
No, the street art. So they threw. See, this is what I'm saying.
That's where I'm getting. That's the one.
Okay.
I was getting to that one. That was the new street art one. I did want to take 1 second out, and I know we briefly talked about it earlier. And if you are a Patreon supporter of mine, you will notice that I put up a new post from actually the first Patreon exclusive member content post this week. And it is something that I've been working with another guy on for a little while, and it came out fantastic. I have a new variant logo. It's not. I know you hate my logo, but I love it, and I'm not going to change my main logo, the one right up here. But I came out with a variant one that I thought was very fun. It will probably be my next sticker, and I wasn't going to announce it or release it on here, but if you guys have definitely, if any of my Patreon supporters, I know I've gotten a couple responses. Let me know what you think. JB, hey, I see JB on here. What's up? Thanks for coming by. I understand. You guys, I think he's probably got dinner to cook or something.
Hey, JB, I appreciate you having me on there today, bud. It's always fun coming on with you.
But what I wanted to say is, if you guys want to see this new variant logo, I will release it by the end of the show, but only if that like count on both Wayne and I's channel goes up. What do you think is a good number?
I don't really know. Where are we at now? So I'm super spoiled when it comes to this guy. So when I say Chris, like, he takes a lot of the work when it comes to this, he really does take a lot of the work when it comes to this. So I mean, I kind of help with ideas and we collaborate on stuff, but he's the one looking at it. So I don't know what it looks like right now. What does it look like right now?
Which one?
Either one of them.
The logo?
The like count.
Oh, the like count. I think I've got mine at 9, and you've got yours at 14.
Okay, so what if we
I'm gonna-
did
25 each?
I'd go 20 each. Let's go 20 each. That sounds fair. What do you think?
No, I'm gonna push them. I'm gonna push them.
You're gonna push them a little.
We need to have 25 likes on both channels, and I will officially show the new variant logo. So I have both screens up here. I will be keeping an eye on them.
Well, I want to see the variant logo though.
I have it queued up. I can pop it on real quick, but I'm not going to do it without you guys smashing that like button.
Hey, y'all are going to have to hurry up and hit that like button so that I can see this variant logo. Now, it's not that I don't like the logo that you have now. I just can't decide in my mind, how do I turn that into a sticker, or how do I go forward with it? You know, I just can't figure that out. So it's not that I don't like your logo. It's just that I can't figure out how I market that.
Well, that's what this new variant's going to go. The guy that did this for me, man, he took my idea and went to the next level. It came out better than I expected.
It looks good, I guess. I guess you're going to show us at some point. I don't know that has everybody here seen my new sticker that I now.
Your new sticker is awesome, by the way.
I still haven't decided what I'm doing with my new sticker, but I kind of unveiled it on JB's channel, even though the Patreon has seen it like a month or so now. So here is my new sticker, and I haven't really released like how you're going to get your hands on the zombie sticker yet. I will at some point. We're going to wait until a little further in October, and we'll do something special on one of the videos. We'll do some Halloween something. Maybe I'll dress up as Captain Jack or something. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see.
That's an idea.
Yeah, we'll see how that.
You just brought something that just popped in my head. Of course, what day is Halloween this year?
It's on a Friday.
It's on a Saturday.
Saturday.
So we will of course have a show on the 30th. And I want to leave comments down in both areas, because should we dress up for our October 30th show? Comment down below. We need a vote here.
It sounds like a good enough idea. Birdie Barbarian.
I didn't even think about it until right now. But
did I get the glowing pop? I guess you're gonna have to tell me what you mean. But yeah. I really like you're just gonna have to help me out on that one if I get the glowing pop or not. So what's going on Instagram? I haven't really got a chance to look at it today.
That's about that.
I've been kind of on a run day today. It's been really fun. I'm not complaining, but it's just been a busy day. Okay, so
we got Instagram. So there's a couple things here that I think are quite interesting. Of course, the Beetlejuice one seemed to be kind of new.
What is that funky pop up top? I don't want no part of that one. What is that? It's a woman with some strange.
This looks like it's from Funko Hollywood.
Oh,
they probably have a giant box you can take a picture in. That's
that's cool.
Right. But this is what this one right here is sort of. I want to know.
It's Rugrats.
No,
it's Rugrats. Definitely Rugrats. I don't know if it is or not. That's what I thought when I first seen it.
I mean, the one in the middle reminds me of Superman at some point. But obviously, they're going to announce. Okay, so it does say over here. It says, if you can see, it says Funko is proud to announce the second ever Funko Walmart Collector Con. Tune in tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, to see all the amazing Walmart exclusives that will be available for pre-sale.
What do they mean?
Apparently, they've had a Funko Walmart Collector Con before. So maybe this is the backup for everybody that didn't get into the lottery.
It's at a real con though, because they did this last year with Target, right? They had this whole like Target con, and I got all pumped up. I think it's the same thing. And I showed up to Target, and there was no Target con, and they all looked at me like I was crazy. But then, like 3 weeks later, they were like, "Oh, surprise! There's a real Target con." So I hate it when they do that.
Obviously, there's no information yet, so they're not gonna. We're gonna just have to stand by and wait to find out what is going on with that, because that one I'm interested in that.
Well, that's why I hate that they do that. Why didn't they? I don't know. Why didn't they do something that?
But here's what I'm promising, because of course we went over the New York City Comic Con. Now again, The only one I really wanted of that is that Daredevil, and actually the Miles street art. But most of that stuff I can go without. I'm not that worried. I'm not that disappointed if I didn't get into the lottery in the first place, because I know I'll find these things eventually. And that, as I've said before, that's a great part about being a Funko collector. To me, is that the best part sometimes is the hunt. It's going out finding it and stuff like that, and getting it to where you can find it. But maybe this is going to release ones that are better. Maybe let's look at the benefits to this.
I agree. Bearded Barbarian. Yes, I pre-ordered Wormy Glowworm. I see what you're asking now. Yes, I absolutely got that in it. Yeah, I probably was on an episode of Punked. I get what you're saying. I really do, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm slightly disappointed I didn't get the lottery, only because I know that there's some of them that I'm not going to be able to get. You can't be at every store, at every place, at the right time. And like, I can't go to Hot Topic. I mean, anything that's exclusive to Hot Topic, there's only 5 people that's going to get it, and that's the 5 people in the front of the line. The other 20 people behind them, even though they have 100 pops, they're going to let those 5 people get 20 apiece.
Wait, hold on. 10-inch Marvel Zombies released today. What 10-inch Marvel Zombies are we talking about? The only one I know of is the Thing that released during the San Diego Comic-Con.
Right. Yeah, that one released in San Diego. But look, Funko's not like, they're not putting their news out there like they should. So it's going to get super difficult to collect Funkos again, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay. Like I was saying, though, I will be slightly like upset that I didn't get in the lottery. It's not so upset that I'll quit collecting. I mean, just a little like hurt that it's going to make it more difficult.
Yeah, and it will be, but it's all right. Like I said, maybe we'll hear some more as we go, but stuff like that. But
I did pre-order that Daredevil today.
The Daredevil? Oh, this one?
Yes.
On GameStop? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
I did go to GameStop.
And I will probably be. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go down to the GameStop tomorrow and see if I can pre-order. If there's a way to pre-order Miles, or if that's something that they're just going to get in, because my GameStop, they're kind of jerks, to be honest with you. And anytime I've gone in there a couple times to try to just see if I get the new ones when they come out, and every time they always say, "Nope, we only got enough for pre-orders."
All right, so I actually asked my GameStop today how the con was going to go down, and because there was that debacle on the last con where if you were there, that they were sold out because people ordered them at 12 o'clock at night to pick them up that morning, and they winded up doing first come first serve anyways, and then canceled all of the people who bought them online. Well, this year they tell me that's not going to be the case. So it come midnight on, I think it's the 9th, or to be the 8th at midnight, so that would be technically the 9th. They're going to go up for pre-order. If you don't buy them and you go there, the odds are you won't get them because they're going to sell out.
Pre-order online or
yes,
in the store. Okay, so then I'll just pre-order.
You're going to have, but you can't do it until they release them, right? And then here's the other thing she told me is that each store will not be getting all of them like they have in the past. So in the past, where you knew that all of these cons would be at your target, that's not going to be the case this time. So they're only going to get a select few of each ones to each store. So your store might not have the artist edition, but another store will. Your store might not have the 10-inch, what was it called? The Masters of the Universe. Another store might. So they won't get them all like they have in the past, which is very disappointing. It makes me think that Funko has backed the quantity down that they're going to be making. Is what it makes me believe. Now, I don't know that to be true, but it makes me think that that's what happened.
Now, is a Daredevil? Okay, actually, I just realized this. It does say in the bottom. So all these street arts are all the street art here are all going to be GameStop exclusive.
Yes.
So when I get off of here today, I will probably go and pre-order the Daredevil one, because the thing is, I know I've talked to a lot of people about these street arts, and a lot of people don't like them, but for me, I like them because, of course, I mean, there's 1,000 Marvel. I mean, more than 1,000 Marvel pops out there. This is so different and unique.
I am a street artist. I am on it.
For you, I mean, yes, that's right up there. But for me, I just look at these as this is so unique, and especially to have the wall behind it to where it matches and goes along with one another. To me, it's so creative that it just meant to me they look awesome, and I can't wait to find out what the other 4 are.
I am right there with you. And here's the conversation I had with my GameStop is that one I bet is going to look a lot better in person because they're so hard to see, right? Because it's like somebody did graffiti right over the top of it and matched the wall behind it with it. So they're just really hard to see in that picture. But I bet when you see it in person, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, man, I wish I would have pre-ordered that one because to me that it reminds me a lot of that black light stuff that we just seen, and I think they're going to be super hot. Now I don't.
In Pop Teat, I'm pretty sure these are going to be baubles. It's Marvel.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Marvel is just like Star Wars. They all have to be baubles.
Absolutely, it's going to be a bobblehead. It's just the deal they struck with them, the license agreements. I mean, they've gotten in trouble a couple of times for the whole like Star Wars not being bobbleheads. It will be a bobblehead.
Yeah, Tori makes a good point. And I do remember seeing a lot of hatred for it. So it's probably gonna be like the black light. Everyone hated those.
Yep.
They were announced. When they were announced, everyone hated them. But man, did they sell out fast?
Yeah, until they come out.
Items.
Yeah, until they come out, then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh man, I wish I would have got that one." I'm telling you, look, it costs $5 to pre-order these things from your GameStop. It's all it costs you.
And mind you, especially with those black light pops, and I think that's where Wayne was going with is these are going to be the same thing. Those black light pops, we can film these and we can photograph these as much as we want. Nothing can show how, especially when you have them under black light, how cool and awesome these things look. It just doesn't do it justice. And I think that these are going to be the same idea.
I agree 100%. And that's kind of what I was trying to say is that I think once you see these, you're going to appreciate like the beauty in it. And just because it's a street art makes me attracted to it. I mean, that's what has my attention, and I'm going to get every one of them there. I'm going to go to GameStop. They cost $25. I'll give them my $5 deposit. Even if for some reason I can't get it when it does release, they will refund my $5. So I'm going to put them on pre-order as they fall out. I mean, that's just what I'm going to do.
Pop T, I won't post it up here real quick, but $5. Yes, GameStop is minimum pre-order for anything from their video games to whatever. It's always $5. Now, you can pay for the full thing all at once if you want to, but at minimum, you just got to put $5 down, and then you pay for the rest when it comes in. All
right, well, let me tell you why you don't pay for the whole thing, and I'm going to tell everybody here why you don't pay for the whole thing. I have had pre-orders at GameStop, and I've came in there, and if you don't know the right codes at GameStop, and then when you're bringing things in, it doesn't show up as a pre-order, so they put it on the shelf, and they sell it to someone, and then you get there, and you say, hey, man, where's my pre-order? And they go, oh, we didn't get it. Oh, no, you definitely got it. You just sold it to somebody else. You didn't hold on to it like you were supposed to. So instead of getting pissed off about it, I give them the $5. And if they don't have it, it's cool. Put it on something else.
Exactly. And Jesse Lou just said, thanks, Wayne. Just pre-ordered my Daredevil.
Look, heads up.
Jesse Lou was going to be on that one.
Heads up. Just letting y'all know that it dropped today. I went and made sure I pre-ordered mine. I gave them my $5. Look, I like my GameStop a whole lot. Look, they don't pay me even though they should. They definitely should. So if you're listening, GameStop, my address is in the link.
A question to us, but I think this is a great question. And I know it's aside from the Funko. It says, what % of your collection do you actually keep? Now, Wayne's different than I am for me because, again, I do mystery boxes. So there's a lot of mystery box, a lot of things in mystery boxes you get that you just don't want. And a lot of that stuff. And I've started branching out more from getting my Funko shop boxes. And these are stuff I actually want and I keep. Mystery boxes, I'd say maybe if it's a box of 6, I might keep one, to be honest with you. I mean, unless it's a fantastic box. But otherwise, the rest of them go up for sale. Wayne's a little different. He doesn't do mystery boxes. So he just buys what he wants. So he keeps all the ones he gets. I will get him to do a mystery box one of these days. We've talked about doing what was it, the battles?
Yeah, at some point we'll do a mystery box. I've done a mystery box with the Bearded Barbarian doing like this whole battle box, but that was way before they even got popular. Me and him did one. And so I don't necessarily not like mystery boxes. It's easier for me to buy what I want in my collection than it is for me to get a mystery box. And that I kind of
see these being a Star Wars guy. Real quick,
I kind of traded out the mystery box for the whole chase roulette. The only one I want out of that series is Darth Maul. He's
Darth Maul. This guy looks pretty awesome though. I don't know who he is.
I don't really know who he is neither, but I'm sure that it's just a variance on a Mandalorian of some sort. It seems like that it. Look, I'm all for Star Wars capitalizing on the Mandalorian and the fame they've gotten from it, and Boba Fett and all of that, but they need to slow down in all the variances. They have 100 different variances now to the armor, and I'm not going to continue buying a Boba Fett in a different armor because you made it a different color. It just, to me, it's kind of like the child. They have 10 childs now that all have the same pose, that one's eating a frog, one's drinking some coffee, one's pointing at me, and one's holding a medallion. Okay.
The child ones have gone ridiculous.
Yeah, it's enough.
And especially with Mandalorian season 2 coming out. I mean, I'm just waiting to expect a whole lot more. The thing is with the child is they pre-ordered them so far in advance, and so many people bought them, and they produced so many of them that if you're thinking about these things as value, there is no value in the childs at all on any of them. Like, I just got one in a mystery box, and I ended up keeping, because it was the one with him eating the frog. I was like, well, I always thought that was kind of cool. Excuse me. So I decided to keep that one. But I mean, I have the original one too that I got in a mystery box. I leave them up there. I told my wife, don't even put them on eBay. There is no value on eBay for these things. There's just none.
There's not gonna be. GameStop has an exclusive, and I don't know when it released, but I seen it today while I was there, that he's holding some orb. So now you have him eating the frog, holding the tea, holding a medallion, pointing at you, holding an orb. What? I told the lady at GameStop, I said, I can't believe that they just continuously recycle this guy over and over. That head sculpt is probably used more than any other head sculpt that they've ever made.
Oh yeah. I mean, the whole thing it's the same head. They just keep popping on a different body.
They just pop on a different body. And I don't even know that it's a different body. It's probably just different hands that they glued onto it. It's just insane. But I like the Darth Maul. I think that's a really awesome one. I'd have to really sit down and figure out what other characters are. I know that you have the Mandalorian over there.
Said something. Said, I guess that one that I was pointing out is he's Darth Maul's captain.
Oh, okay. All right. So, I mean, I guess that's why I didn't know it, but I think this is a gamer series again, right?
I guarantee you who would tell us who every single
JKL. JKL would be like, this is this and this and this. I've never seen anybody that had so much knowledge about Star Wars in my life.
That guy would be all over that, man. He would know every single one to the T.
Never seen anybody that knew so much about him, but he's got it. Look, I actually asked him about that, and he said as a kid he was really into Star Wars, and he said he got out for a really long time, but he just retained all of that information. He retains information much better than I do. I can't remember what I did 3 days ago.
Or something. I don't know. It's crazy how much.
I can't remember. I can't remember what I did 3 days ago, let alone when I was a kid.
If any of you guys are PlayStation fans, never played this game, have no idea. In fact, it's sad, and I know I've talked about it before about getting one. I haven't owned a console in probably like 5 years. I've talked about maybe eventually getting like an Xbox or something like that, and doing like and then Wayne and I have even briefly talked about it with going online and telling people that we're on to see if people want to join us and stuff like that. It's always kind of fun to be able to do something like that. But if you're a GameStop, if you're a PlayStation God of War fan, they have a new set coming out. I'm not gonna be on it. I don't really know anything about it.
I'm gonna tell you a game we should play. We should play Brawlhalla. Now, I don't know if you've ever played Brawlhalla. It is hysterically funny. So you're these little guys that are on these like floating islands, and the whole job is to knock the other guy off. And there's like 6 of y'all. So if you can get like 6 of your friends together playing this, really like, it's very like there's only like a few buttons that do things. You have like punch and move and jump. I mean, so it's very like minimalistic as to what you do. But if you can get 6 people, y'all are talking mad shit the whole time. So it just becomes hysterical. I mean, Brawlhalla, keep that in your mind.
Okay. Now this one was interesting. I did see. I love horror pops. I have the Annabelle one that's shown down bottom. I hate that pop. That's probably my most hated pop of all because it creeps me out badly. And I know I think I just bought how did I buy? I bought a horror mystery box from Mikey Vintage. So I'm hoping to get that Freddy Krueger. But yeah, I mean, these aren't something that I mean, all these are around, so I'm not really sure what they're doing with this. To just pick your team from one from each row, something out there. It'd be what you enjoy and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just interesting to see where they've gone with horror pops and stuff like that. Now, one I think they're uberly missing on this list is Billy from Saw. I'm just saying.
I could see that. I don't really get into horror, that. But if I was going to collect any of them out of that group, I would want the Jason and Freddy. I mean, if I was going after any, that would be the two.
The Jason Voorhees one is awesome. I've got Jack Torrance. I've got, of course, both of them, the regular and the Chase. And that's about. I don't really do Pennywise. I've watched the original, which is the classic one right here. Watch the original. I have no interest in watching the other two. It scared the crap out of me from clowns. I still have a problem with clowns ever since watching that movie. And yeah.
I have a really good imagination, so I just don't get into watching that stuff because I would walk around my house the rest of the night on eggshells that something was going to jump through a wall and take me out. And then I would sleep knowing that this was going on the whole time. So I can't get into it.
This one I think is a great movie. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure David. I believe that's from he's a vampire. Whoa.
From Boys, right? What
yes,
was that
Lost
Boys,
Boys.
yeah.
And then Regan's pretty awesome. I'll give that. Regan's pretty awesome from the Poltergeist.
Well, I was thinking they have two clowns on there, and I was thinking that both of them were it, but they're not, are they?
Yes, they are. It's the Pennywise.
This
is the classic one, and then this is the newer one from the two newer, most recent movies.
God, it almost feels like that they missed an opportunity there, right? I mean, they could.
That's why I said I think you should just put one Pennywise and then put Billy up there from the Saw. I think that would have been a better choice.
Put the original Pennywise and not put that really creepy one up there that they have there.
I think they've done a Michael Myers pop too. How do you leave out Michael Myers?
I don't know. That's weird.
That's a classic right there. Or even you want to even go into more slashers. You got something like
you should have put Ash from Ash versus Evil Dead.
Oh, that's a classic one too. All right, the Army of Darkness one too. Version.
They could have put Ash up there. That would have been a good one.
Oh, Leatherface too. That's another classic.
Cut off arm, that would have been awesome.
But like I said, I think they just threw it up there. But I mean, other than that, that's really that Walmart one and the street art was the most intriguing to me off their Instagram. And like I said, at one point they were keeping up with their Instagram, and then to me, they've just kind of it's just kind of went to the wayside because I mean, yeah, where's the Dumb and Dumber post? Where's the Fantasia post?
That's not all the New York Con pops they have on there. Remember for the San Diego Con, they put a whole
yeah, they've got a thing right here. They released all of the information right here.
Right, but for the San Diego Con, they put every one of them on there individually. I mean,
those are right here.
Yeah, they didn't do that for the New York Con. Why not? Oh, okay, now I see them
all right here.
Now I see them. You just got to scroll down a little further.
Yeah, that's where I pulled most of my pictures from when we did our show about that. But I will say, and I'm completely diving straight down this rabbit hole, but I will say that those alien remix is absolutely awesome, dude. And now that I've gotten one, I want more.
I'm not going down that rabbit hole. I've told you from the get-go, I knew that was a dangerous rabbit hole. So my FYE just opened back up after being closed for all that time, and they probably got 20 different of those like little aliens in there, all in different outfits. Not falling down that rabbit hole. That's a dangerous rabbit hole.
Before we get to the next topic real quick, don't forget, if you guys want to see the new variant logo, we need 25 likes on both channels. I'm at 12 right now, and Wayne's at 20. So if I don't get 25 on each channel, we'll have to try it again next week or something.
And
unless you're a Patreon member, you can go and see it right now.
Y'all got to hurry up and smash that like button a whole lot because I want to see this variant real quick. I've got to see how marketable it is. But I was talking to you earlier. So every sock that I have has something on it. So I have Yoda socks. Yes, I have Flash socks. I have Deadpool socks. I have just socks for days with stuff on them. And I think it's something that I started doing a long time ago. It's just kind of funny to me to have something on my socks. Do you do the same thing?
No, I'm a to be honest with you, I'm a standard black sock wearing person.
What do you mean? So your socks are just black? There's no
All
like
my socks are black.
there's no person on them at all?
Nope. No. I have one, and I have not even taken it out of the packaging. I got it in a mystery box. As I've got the Black Widow socks, but of course you see the packaging is
Why
still.
are you not wearing them?
I don't wear. I see them all the time, like at Disney and stuff like that. Those real creative ones.
You're killing me.
It's just not my style.
You're killing me. So anyways, I'm gonna give everybody like a few minutes over there to guess what's on my socks. Now I'm not gonna pick my foot up and point it at the camera. I actually took a picture of my sock that was on my foot today while I was talking to Chris about like what's on my socks. So I'm just gonna let y'all like have a chance to guess what's on my socks. Now it's probably not what you think. It's probably something totally different than what you think. But we're gonna play that game.
Sorry, Bearded had me laughing. No, I do not wear knee-high socks. I'm not like an old man. They're all ankle socks.
You don't wear knee-high socks? No, I don't either. So I don't know my Deadpool and my Yodas and let me see Flash. They're all almost knee highs. So they're like the ones that are just below your knee. So I guess they would be considered a knee high, right?
Yes, yeah, probably.
But
by
also,
the way, I do want to point out real quick. This is why we have some of the best viewers out here, is because they correct us all the time. And what's funny is we were talking about this earlier. I said Exorcist in my head, but apparently I said something different. I don't even know what I said. I thought I said Exorcist, but I must have said something different. So, hey, thank you for correcting us, guys. We are not always correct on a lot of things, so luckily we have all you guys to back us up on this. Anyway, sorry, socks.
So like I said, I'm going to give everybody a little while to guess what's on my socks. I see that we've had like some Deadpool, some Spider-Man, some Deadpool, some Wolverine. Jamie, it's okay, bud. We're glad that you made it on. You can always like go back and catch us on the rerun. So we super appreciate your time though, and that you're here anyways.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that hit up on the rerun. Like Dave a lot of times he can't make the live nowadays, but he hits the rewind up every single week.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we really like hanging out with you guys, and we really appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us. But if you can't, that's cool. I mean, we're busy just like you guys are. I mean, it's so, but I think that we've been pretty constant in what time we've been here. So we're trying to get a more constant feel of things. And I don't know if you knew this, but did you know that today is our 25th episode? So we have done 25 lives together today.
It doesn't feel like that,
man.
I know it's been a little while. It's almost been 6 months.
Yeah,
we've just been having fun, man.
At 25 of them is what we hit today. The child.
So we do have a couple guesses. I'm seeing on here. We got Ghostface, Candyman, Spider-Man, Wolverine. All right, so child, Vegeta.
I'm gonna kind of help everybody out, and you got to get a little bit more juvenile than that, and you got to go like let's go cartoon. So let's go like cartoon and a little bit more juvenile, and then I'm probably just gonna do this next week too, because every time you would just be amazed at some of the socks I have. I mean,
I'm saying Ninja Turtles right now.
You're saying Ninja Turtles? Oh no,
Ninja Turtles.
It's not Ninja Turtles. It's
and sorry, Red. I guess I said Poltergeist. I said Exorcist in my head. So my bad. Hey, it happens.
Rugrats. It is not Rugrats, but y'all are getting closer though. I mean, y'all are in the right direction.
That's a good guess, Flash. Right? That's a real good guess.
Y'all are getting in the right direction though.
That's a good guess too, right there. Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Smurfs. Smurfs is the right era, but it's not the right one.
Hey Arnold, that's in Flash. That's another good one.
That's not it neither. I mean, I'm y'all keep going, and I'll show you in a second. Hey, so I have socks that have. So I only wear like American Eagle socks because at some point I discovered that they were super comfortable. So if you don't have any American Eagle socks, they're not paying me, but they should be. They are super comfortable on your feet. And at some point I discovered this, threw away every one of the socks I had to fill my drawer with just American Eagle socks. Now I have a whole drawer of them, but then I go after the ones that only have designs on them. So it's got to have some sort of design on it in order for me to really want to. Deadpool socks. No, I am a huge Deadpool.
We have My Little Pony.
No, but that's not out of the question. Just remember that that's not out of the question. That I'm not one of those people that tell you that I just because I'm a male I can't wear pink. I'm not that person.
See now, if we make this a constant thing, I'm gonna have to make a whole new like little segment thing that like JB does, where we bring it in and says, "What's on Wayne's socks? What's on Wayne's socks today?"
Hey, so I'm gonna get off subject for a minute. So I watch a whole bunch of different things on here, and I'm not gonna say the channel because it's a political channel, and some of y'all might get offended by some of the stuff they say. So I'm not gonna say that. But these guys always talk real deep. They're like, yeah, and I don't know what it is, but I just think that's awesome every time they do it.
They're talking right into the microphone.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna tell everybody what's on my socks. So I'm gonna show you the picture, though. I'm not gonna lift my foot up. We're not gonna get super weird about this. It is.
Oh, you gotta show them off like a fashion model. Come on.
I'm gonna show it off like a fashion model. It is Snoopy. So it's Snoopy sitting on.
We did not get a Snoopy, did we?
We did not get a Snoopy. No, it's Snoopy sitting on top. Let's see. Just so everybody believes me, we'll get.
I like the Fraggle Rock idea, by the way. Oh, there we go.
It's Snoopy on his house. And look, I'm not that guy that would say that My Little Ponies and Care Bears and all of them are out of the question, because they're seriously not out of the question when it comes to me. I've been pretty secure, like who I am my whole life. So there's a lot of things that just are not like off limits when it comes to me, and that's not off limits. So I mean, Care Bears were okay. I mean, they weren't something that I got into as a kid. My Little Pony
Barbarian says, "Thank goodness there's no smell of it."
That's right. Oh, my feet don't stink. I don't want to hear that. It's okay. I just thought that'd be interesting, and so I have all kinds of them. I'm gonna wear some. We'll do this again next week. That was super fun. I like.
Yeah,
that.
we'll definitely continue doing this, especially, and maybe I'll create a whole new segment to come up with that. Again, we just have fun with this stuff.
That was super fun. So let me ask you a question. Yesterday I did this whole like random live, and I'm going to tell you,
I know that
it was kind of difficult, to be honest with you. It was just it was kind of difficult. So it was just a random live. Let me ask you, do you have any like Black Series action figures? Have you ever had any action figures that you collect?
Not since, well, I went through a phase there. I mean, when I was a kid, of course, I had a lot of action figures. But when I was in high school and stuff like that, I started collecting a lot more of the action figures, like the Todd McFarlane ones, stuff like that. I think I've got a couple Tom Brady ones, I think, up there. But I don't really collect them. I all the ones I had, the Todd McFarlane series, I had a whole bunch. And when we moved from California to Vegas, I had sold off a whole bunch back then. Of course, then we didn't have them when I moved out here to Florida. But that I haven't really gone to them since. I mean, the Funkos have probably been the closest thing that I've gone to since I was doing it. But yeah, I like them. I think they're cool. I mean, I definitely, I don't think they're action figures, but I know like the Hot Toys are always cool, but they're not action figures; they're more statues.
Well, I don't know if Hot Toys makes a action figure, but Sideshow does. They have what they call the 16th scale. So it's a much larger, it's a larger action figure that you can move into poses and different stuff like that. But I mean, the Sideshow has one. I kind of just recently started picking up the Black Series though, because they're great for pictures. I mean, once again, I fell down a hole because it was a good picture. I mean, I can take that Stormtrooper and pose him up in crazy ways and take pictures, and it almost looks like there was a Stormtrooper somewhere near me when I took that picture.
Yeah, and I saw that. I saw you going through a lot of that stuff, and I know that like you, if you show me your cases and stuff, where you like to set up the different action figures and their forms and stuff like that. And I mean, I totally respect that. That's cool, especially I was always that type where I kept them in the box, but I always kind of felt that a little ways. It's like, man, that'd be cool to have a nice display set up, display these things up in like the positions that they should be, But of course, all those purist collectors always say, don't open up the box.
I I can't be that person. It has to come out of the box. It was meant to come out of the box. That was kind of like when I asked you about the comic book and you said, well, you got to take it out of the package. They're supposed to come out of the package. Well, to me, they're supposed to come out of the box. What do you mean? That's what they were made for, was to come out of the box, even if you put it back in the box. Now, I didn't say destroy your box, but it needs to come out of the box. And I see that the Bearded Barbarian says that he has some Marvel Legends. I haven't.
Yeah, those are pretty cool, though. I'll give him that.
I haven't picked up any of those, and I don't know how they pose. I see that, what was it, collecting with red?
The only action figures I have is Unstoppable Colossus.
Pop the Heat says that he used to have some wrestling figures. Is it, for some reason I lost where I was at.
Wrestling figures were fun. I mean,
are they?
For me, the old school ones were real cool. I don't know about the ones nowadays, but I remember having some old school, like the Bret Hitman Hart. Of course, everyone had to have Hulk Hogan back then. Those were always fun but I mean, we were kids, so of course we took everything out of the box. But when I went to Disney Springs earlier in the week, they had a lot of Star Wars figures and stuff like that. Man, those would be right up your alley too.
I don't really know. I guess I'm going to let everybody decide if that's something that they want to see. I don't really know if that's what people want to see. Do you want to see me in the action figures? I mean, look, I do kind of nerd out with those action figures, and Chris has kind of like seen, because me and him talk more than just on here. So we face chat sometimes. So he's kind of seen where I set these things up and I pose them, and then I put pictures on Instagram of them, and then some of the pictures never leave me. I mean, some of them I did to do, right? I mean, I see Bearded Barbarian said that he had some before his mom took them away from me. You probably shouldn't have been posing them like that, but today, people are like perfectly okay with you doing that. So it would be okay. We don't assume gender.
Well, remember, but that was weeks ago, he said.
Weeks ago. Oh, that was good, Justin. How are you doing, bud? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Like I said, you always, just like I say in my channel all the time, of course, my favorite hashtag at the end of every show is you got to unleash your inner nerd. And when I say that, it's not just talking about Funkos. It's whatever you're into, whether it's Funko Pops, whether you want to be a techie and you're into tech type stuff. It really is. The sky's the limit. That phrase that I like to use, it goes upon everything, whether it's toys or whatnot. So whether it's fun to you, it doesn't matter what anybody else does. It's what you like. So you need to just unleash it and embrace it and just go with it. And when we get it all the time going to Funkos, I know the main target I go to, when I go in there and ask them if they get the newest one, they always look at me and go, man, you're a 30-year-old guy collecting toys. Come on, man.
They don't do that at my Target.
I don't care.
They don't do that at my Target. I think they fear for their life after they consistently tell people they're not there. Hey, Dead Zone, how are you doing, buddy?
I go to a couple other Targets that they're pretty cool about it, but I swear this one that's closest to me, because it's really right near it's probably the closest Target to to Disney World, and they get a lot of tourists and stuff like that. And then of course when some of us come in there and asking for these things, they're just like, really? They give you that look.
They're like, really? It's like, yeah, really.
Give me that look all you want. I am buying toys.
Well, they're not. Funko's not a toy. Remember, they're a collectible. They've set themselves apart. That's why they're not in the toy aisle. They'll tell you that for real. They're not in the toy aisle because they're not toys. They're collectibles. You can look at them however you want, but it's probably something that you'll see more of. I've really kind of gotten into the Black Series. I wish that they were a little bit higher scale. I would almost rather pay $5 more for them to up the quality of it, and maybe even $10 more. But I don't see that happening, because then you start getting out of people's price point. So I wish that there was an in between that and Sideshow, right? Yeah. So the Black Series are like $20 a piece. Sideshow's like $200. So I wish that there was a medium in there somewhere that says, well, you don't have to go there, you can go here, right? And I don't. That's for a different conversation, a whole different day.
So real quick, we probably go on for about another 15, 20 minutes or so. So again, if you guys want to see that variant logo, I'm serious, guys. We got to get to 25 likes on both videos. Wayne's at 22 right now. I'm at 14. So if you guys want, and trust me, it's worth it. Otherwise, I know I'm going to be getting some stickers made of them, hopefully in the next month or so, or at least getting that shipped out to a sticker manufacturer. But I'm trust me, it's an awesome logo. I'm blown away by it. So what do you got next on your list?
I don't really have a whole lot next on my list. I was just going to kind of let everybody like drive us around now and see where we're going. I see that Jamie says that he's perfectly fine with it. He has some Black Series stuff. I really think that you're going to see more of it. I don't see any real channels out there that do a whole lot of Black Series stuff. So I think that I'm going to maybe start incorporating that in somewhere. I don't really know where that fits. Maybe I'll do it at the end of my Pop videos. I'm not getting away from Pop videos. It's just something else that I've been playing with here lately.
Justin
I have a
says
Pop.
he has a Pop you can unbox.
I'm afraid of whatever he's talking about. So please don't elaborate.
I've no reference. We'd love to elaborate a little bit more on that. I have no real idea on that one, but hey,
Justin, you're welcome, bud. Anytime.
Jamie says I'm 45 and still collecting toys, action figures, Black Series, Funko Pop, Sogs, pint glasses, shot glasses. Remember, they're not called shot glasses anymore. They're toothpick holders.
Hold up. Remember that right there. Pause for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I've noticed that if you guys have, I've gone. For me as a kid, everything those little glasses were always shot glasses, but I've been getting a lot of them before, and now they're all labeling them toothpick holders.
So I'm doing that video yesterday, and I'm thinking about action figures, right? And how long I've been collecting action figures. I had these guys since I was a kid.
Oh, that's cool.
So they still have the original like cloth cape with them.
Is that like Adam West Batman?
Yes, that is like really old Adam West Batman. Nice. And then we have the really old Robin, right?
In the Speedos Robin?
Yes, the Speedos Robin. And then check this out, the original Batmobile. So I had those things out, and I was thinking, man, I have been collecting action figures well before I ever got into a Pop. I mean, well before I ever got into a Pop, I've had action figures. We got to put those guys down because some of the people around here want to add these guys to their collection, and it's not happening. These guys have been in my hands since they left the store.
Says Flash Ray says I have one Black Series coming soon. Recently got a full set of Black Series Star Wars Rebels. I did when I was at Disney Springs the other day. I've heard about the Black Series, but I didn't really know what they were until I was at Disney Springs and I saw they had some of the Black Series on there, which of course they look a lot more detailed than the normal ones. So yeah. I mean, they're pretty cool.
They're really cool. I don't know if I like the price of them. For the price of it, I wish that there was a little bit more. You can get them in the poses, but it's kind of difficult. I mean, you kind of got to really push on it and tug, and you're probably going to break it if you continue doing it. I mean, it's for the price. I wish that there was more to it. I wish that they gave you more.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's and for me, I know you know more about the action figure. So as I'm helping you with comic books, although I'm not an expert in comic books by any way, I know just in our chat alone, we're at today, Jesse Lou and would probably school me on comics completely. But
speaking of that
comic is awesome.
So this is the recent Deadpool that they came out with. The cover looks really well. This is what I'm going to tell everybody. Huh?
What issue is that?
It's issue 1.
Issue 1, the new Deadpool series? Nice.
Yeah. So it's issue 1. And so here's a question I have for you talking about comics. So does that mean that this writer and this artist and this person are going to do every one of these issues?
Yes, Luke can back me up on this. Usually when they do a new series, you're going to have the same. You just notice your blue lights went away.
Yeah, hold on a second.
As far as I know, for a lot of things, usually when you do a new series, that's I think the same artist, the inkers, the authors and stuff like that. Typically, they're set up for that series and everything like that. So, I mean, if Jesse Lou, if you're still on here, definitely give me a heads up with that. And Jamie, yes, correcting on the toothpick holders. Yeah,
God, I'm doing a lot of running today. All right, so what were you saying about that?
Well, a lot of times, like I said, I think when they do a new series, I think those authors inkers, the artists, and stuff like that. I think they're usually contracted for that whole series. And I think a lot of times when they're writing the whole series, they already know the beginning, the end, and then they just slice it up.
God, I hope not. So does that mean how many books do they come out with a month? Is it one?
Typically
So,
one.
okay, so that means however many that is, I don't want them. It's super hard to follow. Whoever wrote that, it feels like they were all over the place. There's probably 10 stories all in that one story. And
yeah, but a lot of times within those, especially if it's doing things like flashbacks or it's jumping between something, that means that you're going to find out more. It's going to bring all, especially on first issues. They do that on first issues to kind of get you entrenched in it. But a lot of times you're going to, it's kind of going to get into it, and it's going to be, the more you read into the series, the more it's going to explain a lot of those different things. Like one of the most recent Miles Morales that I had bought when I got the issue 1, and it kind of did the same thing. It was jumping around. It had Gwen in there as well as Peter Parker, and it was kind of it jumped around a little bit, and so it's like, okay, now I gotta go get the second one because I gotta find out what's going on.
It jumps around so much, though. Look, I wish you had a copy you could read it. And then they put and then they put the titles here and here, so you have the subtitle here and subtitle here, and then one here and one here, and it's almost confusing to figure out what order they're going in, because you're like, okay, so you're trying to figure out what order they're going in, and you're jumping from this story to that story to this, and it probably jumped 8 times until I just got aggravated and said I'm done. It's like I can't read this because they're not making clear stories.
But the further in you get, it's gonna all come together, and it's just like what Flash Ray says. Of course, it depends on the books. That could be 1 to 2 a month. And he also did say most of the time, usually have the same creative team for at least 6 to 20 issues.
God, I hope not, because it's gonna like upset me in the whole thing. But I did pick up some other ones that I haven't read yet. But I think I told you that I grabbed the variant cover, so I picked that one up.
Oh yeah, that one's awesome.
So I picked this guy up. I haven't pulled him out yet and read him, but I'm also a super Batman fan. I know a lot of people don't know that, but I have probably just as many Batman pops as
there's been so many different Batman series out there.
So then I found the variant cover to that one.
The variant's awesome,
which I think is better than that cover. I'm just not going to take this one out. I'll leave that one in there.
That's one where I would get like the frames, like I have back here. I get the frames and I frame that thing up. And basically what you did with a lot of people, I know I've talked to a lot of different people with comics is you got both. They're basically the same comic book, just one with a variant cover and one with the other. So you basically have your display one and you have your reader.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right. So you have one that you display, like put in a frame, then you have one that you actually sit down and read. Right.
Yeah. A lot of people do that with slabs because, of course, you're not going to take a book out of a slab. So you want to have a reader copy because you still want to read. Because, again, comic books are meant to be read.
Oh, no, I'm definitely taking the one that's not a variant out, and I'm going to read it at some point. And maybe I'll finish the Deadpool, but I doubt it. I got so annoyed trying to read it and trying to figure out where the subtitles should be. I mean, they just didn't do a clear job at putting where it should have been in content, right? I mean, it kind of just... See, I get what you're saying, but if you've seen it, you'd be like, what? Because it kind of like gets into this grayness where they put one just slightly up under the next one and one just slightly above it to the end. You're like, what were you doing? How do I sit down and figure that out? I mean, so it was just weird, and it felt to me at some point that they were doing it on purpose. And like you said, there was probably some big story at the end that was going to bring it all together. But it just started getting super, like, my ADD was not allowing it anymore. I was like, yeah, this just isn't working.
Yeah. Now, I actually, the most recent books and Flasher is right. I mean, like I said, I'm a Marvel guy, but Batman is killing it right now in the books. He's got so many. He's got issue 86. The newest issue is written by James Tyan. That name I don't recognize. And the fourth, he's doing such a great job with the story. Again, Batman isn't the key one to go after. Although I still got to read that Joker one that Adrian sent me because that cover is just off the chain. I absolutely love that cover. It's one of my favorite covers right now. But I'm still actually looking to get the rest of the Infinity series. I think those are from the 80s or 70s. I've got issues 5 and 6. It was a six I believe it was 6 issues in that. I've got 5 and 6. I need to get the other 4.
Yeah, I mean, so the comics I'm getting them, and I haven't started ordering them online yet. I think that I'm just going to try and go to my store once a month. I think I can get there once a month and pick up the new comics if they're only coming out once a month. I think that I had a fear there that they were going to be like a Funko though, and they were going to come out with 15 of them in a week, and you were going to have to try and figure out how to grab 15 of them in a week.
Like I said, I look at a lot of times when I go into a comic book store, I spruce through the newest stuff. If there's something that really catches my eye, like a new Miles or something like that, then I jump all over it. But my instinct when I go to the comic book store is I hit the back or wherever the side or wherever it is where you get the boxes of comic books that are all organized, and that's where you're going to find the older versions of stuff, the 80s to 70s. Those are the ones I like.
Well, I'm still trying to find my Deadpool Ducks. I only have one of them, and that's a super fun comic book to read. Now, you want to talk about like fun? That one's a fun one to read. So I'm still after those, and I can't remember. I think there's 6 of them in the whole collection. I have 1 out of the 6. I think lucky enough, I grabbed the first one out of the 6 somehow.
Flasher says he grabs about 15 to 20 comics a week.
Ooh, I'm not falling that far down the rabbit hole. That would get me a divorce. I mean,
between comics, Funko Pops, action figures.
Oh no, that would
Lord.
be bad. That'd be really bad. No, I can't fall that far down the rabbit hole. I'll continue going after my Deadpool and my Batman's once a month. I'll try and grab if they have a variant cover there. I'll grab it. If not, I won't. I mean.
Jesse Lou, thank you for correcting me on that. By the way, back issues. That's what the ones in the boxes are considered older issues. Back issues.
Back issues. Okay. Well, I mean, that's where I found my Deadpool duck. That's where I'll continue looking for him.
Well, what we'll do is that we're about. I mean, that's gonna about wrap it up pretty soon. But you know what? I know I was teasing guys with it. You guys still did pretty good on the like, so I'm gonna go ahead and release this anyways. Like I said, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know in the live stream. Definitely hit me up in the live. Let me know what you think, because there will be a sticker of this, and this won't be the only version of this I eventually come out with. Now that I'm working with this one gentleman, it's going to be like Wayne's. The body's going to keep changing. So
you put this on your Patron, so your patrons already have seen it, right? A lot like I did the zombie, right? It's already on the Patron. So guys, for all of you who don't know that are here today, right now, go check out our patrons, right? We're coming up soon. We have our patron only giveaways that are coming up soon.
Yeah, that comes up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today.
Right. And we're doing separate ones. So Chris is doing one, I'm doing one, but we do them together on here live. They're less than a cup of coffee that you would get from Starbucks. So make sure that you go check out our patron only giveaways that are coming up here in 2 weeks. I have another tier on there that's a super like small tier that's only for shout outs. So there's only 12 slots open. There's only 12 slots open on that. I have 5 of them filled already, so there's not very many more slots of that going. I have a whole like creators shout out playlist that I put you in. So if you have a super cool trailer that you want me to get in that list, go over there, check that out. Super awesome stuff, guys. But don't feel like you're obligated to go do none of that. We did that just all in fun. Let's see the variants. What's wrong with you?
Oh my God,
I was building the suspense for you.
I know Wayne did announce his giveaway for next month. I have not chosen mine yet, but I've got one in mind that is going to be pretty cool. So again, definitely hit up. All the links are in the description down below. Hit up the Patreons. I mean, pretty cheap, especially if you get If you get the selected pop each month. I mean, you only put $5 in for a pop.
Yeah, I mean,
that's huge value in that.
Huge value in that. And, as our Patreon grows, we're going to grow the size of the giveaway, right? So it's super beneficial. Go check that out if there's something you're into. And I'm still wanting to see this variant sticker that
I'm going to put this on the overlay so we still talk about it. So here you go.
Oh, this guy looks pretty badass.
I like it. I like it too. Because I mean, I know Photoshop and stuff like that. I'm not the greatest at Photoshop, but I've gotten better. But I always knew I wanted to Funkoize it, but I wanted to Funko the image, not myself, of the image. And I had messaged this guy before, said, "Hey, would you be able to do it?" He after he's done, he's like, "Man, it was a lot more challenging than I thought." but I think he got the details of the head fantastic. And of course, I had to go with Captain America first.
It looks really good. I'm super impressed with it. I can't wait to see it like up above your head, though.
Well, now that I've
super
announced it, I'll
impressed with this one.
probably move it up there for a little while and stuff like that. But this is going to be the next sticker that I'm going to do. I just got to edit it a little bit and put the actual, how you have the WayneKo underneath. I got to put the Techbot wording on it, but I edit it a little bit. But otherwise, I'm very, very happy with this logo. And I'm calling it a variant logo, by the way. I'm calling it a variant logo because I'm still not getting rid of my original. But it's always good to play around with different styles, different items out there. So, but let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this new variant logo, and let me know if you guys eventually want stickers, because I don't know if I should get a small run. I don't know if I should get a large run. So if you guys want stickers, then I'll consider doing a much bigger run than I'm thinking about.
What size are you thinking about doing?
I was gonna probably just do like 100, which is usually a pretty good size run.
That's a really good run. I normally only do 50. I do 50 in my runs, and that's it. But I change mine up a lot more than you do. But I'm not changing up my main guy. I just kind of do like the variants, like the variant like guy here, or the 89 Joker. I'm not changing my logo. Just a variant. Just something fun for Halloween.
We've got another person too. It looks like Flash Ray has been jumping around between both channels as well. So again, we do appreciate that. I know we do confuse. We're one of the few shows out there that do it this way, and we know we do confuse you guys a little bit. But eventually, like I said, I can't tell you when. I can't tell you when it's going to happen. One of these days, we will make up a whole new channel and go from there. But like Wayne and I take our time and really strategic what we do and where we go with it. So
one day it'll be there.
Stay tuned. Don't know what's going on for next week's show yet. We haven't talked about that just yet, but I know we briefly talked. But in 2 weeks we've got the giveaway, the Patron giveaway, going to be going live.
Yes.
And then of course 4 weeks after that is the day before Halloween, and we may be talking about doing a little dress up costume for in celebration of Halloween. So
I'm always down.
Ideas for both of us in the comments down below. Let us know. Except for Bearded Barbarian, I won't take any of his ideas.
So we're not taking any ideas from you, buddy. We know better.
For me, stay tuned. Sometime this week on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely hit me up. I will be announcing some information on Techbot After Dark. It is going to happen, and we're just going to have fun with it, just like everything else. I may have a topic each week. I may not. But Techbot After Dark is going to happen. It's going to be my own show, and it may just be me on 1 week. It may be with some other people, but it's going to be completely separate from this. It's going to happen, and then go from there. But I've got some more band boxes for you coming up this week, as well as some more Funko Pop. So definitely stay tuned. And I think tomorrow I'm actually doing a special upload tomorrow for a tech review that I've talked about before. I finally got that done. So if you're into tech and you like tech stuff, I just did a tech review that now it's going to drop tomorrow. What you got going on?
I don't have anything going on. I try and make videos some days I don't. I wing it.
So is Wayne's toy box going to become a new thing?
The Thursdays, I think that the Thursdays are going to become a real thing. I don't know exactly what I'm going to call them. I'm thinking 3:30 p.m. is when I'm going to do them. I know some of you guys are still at work. If you're not off work, that's cool. I mean, it's don't feel pressured to come and check me out. I'm just going to get on there and play around. I mean, they're probably never going to have any clear direction. They're kind of just going to be random. I'm just going to pop up and say, here's my new toy. What do you think? Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
And mind you guys, I have also been looking in big time with taking this show and putting the audio on podcast too. So I know a lot of you guys maybe want to listen on the ride home or something like that.
I don't think I'm not never taking your ideas, Bearded Barbarian. Never. It's just never gonna happen, buddy.
Oh, he's got a new idea for you for your new show name.
It's a review channel, and Bearded Barbarian, I'm gonna need you to tell me how they work.
Wayne's Adult Toy Box. The hashtag on that may bring in the wrong type of people.
That's right. Yeah.
Cosplay each other. That is an idea.
What do you mean?
Definitely. Basically, I dress up as you and you dress up as me. Although I don't have much. Usually it's like a Captain America T-shirt or a Back to the Future.
You want me to dress up like Captain America? I got this. I mean,
you guys go all out with it then. Pop Tech. Oh, that's actually a good one. Wayne Tech Popcast.
I hate to say this, but he actually said something earlier that I was going to talk to you after we get off of here, but we can talk about it now. Popcast is what I seen, and I think it was Chase's Kingdom that said it. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, Chase's Kingdom just did this. It's probably the same thing.
Yeah.
Wayne Tech Popcast.
Well, I think I see one of them said Popcast, and I thought, man, that's genius. Why haven't we thought of that already? Keep it short.
That's a good. That's probably I'm liking that one. So
super simple. I like keeping things simple. All right.
Wayne will be Captain America, and Tech will be Mr. Be Deadpool.
That sounds great to me. I can do
that.
You
want me to put a mask over my head the entire show? Is that what it is? Am I that ugly? Is that what it is? I'm Fabian. I see where you're going with this. Yeah. And just screwing with you.
All right. You ready to get off here, bud? Thank you for coming, guys.
Guys, thank you for coming. Don't forget to hit those subscribe buttons if you haven't already on either channel, as well as go ahead and continue to hit them like buttons as always. If you have any information, if you want to make suggestions for costumes for us for the 30th, if you want to make suggestions on a show name, leave them in the comments down below. Let us know. We do read all of our comments, and we both try to comment on as much as possible. Although I sometimes try to go on to Wayne's and comment on people as well. So just guys, enjoy your night. It's Friday. Get out there, have some fun, and just enjoy it.
Have a good one, guys.
Take it easy. I didn't have